This video today is talking about the first couple of steps to take after you receive your new account credentials to Furniture Command Center. These are the first couple of steps that we recommend that you take and help you to get familiar with how FCC works. I'm going to log into FCC right now. I've got my credentials. Your username is always your email address, and the password was sent to you via a Welcome to FCC credential email. Depending on your dealership settings, you might also have a two-factor authentication. But after you log in, this is our home page. If you make no changes, this is the default home page, which is a calendar view, which will show you all of your upcoming action items. But there's a spot over here, this little gear icon, where you can change your home page settings, add widgets, and configure how this initial landing page will work. First, just at a very high level, FCC works by these navigation bars at the top. And as you go and hover across them, you'll see your different options. You can also just click on the top header one, and that will take you to the page where you can see the same sort of thing with all your links and a little bit more of a description about what those particular options are. There's also this great search, which we'll come back to later on. This will find pretty much anything in FCC. That includes customers, points of contact, phone numbers, acknowledgement numbers, order numbers, you name it. Just start typing up here, and you'll see a list of options that you can pick from. And how FCC works is it has this autocomplete function so that as you type, all your options will show below, and then you can just click on it to go right to where you want to go. The first step, though, is usually under My Account, Account Information. This is where you'll want to go to verify the settings that we created for your account, including all your contact information, some of your personal user preferences. And then if you have Office 365 or Google Apps for Business, this is where you can connect your FCC account and your email account together. That's super useful down the road, and we have a separate video on this. But if you do the integration, then you can have any email that's sent from FCC to automatically come from you. You'll see a copy of it in your sent folder. And any calendar events that you create inside of FCC can also go back out to your Outlook calendar. That includes shared calendars or personal calendars. All right, let's use the search bar to go find a customer. So I'm going to search for Acme here. And my list of options here, I've got orders that Acme is involved in, and I have my customer right here. I'm going to click and go directly there. I could have done the exact same thing under Customer, View Search Customers. And I'll leave the search wide open. And here's my customers down here. Universally throughout FCC, the pencil is the edit and the little trash can is delete. Very common throughout FCC is you'll have a series of tabs across the top of a page. That kind of keeps related information together in one section. This is the basic customer information. You can go through and update anything that makes sense. You have addresses here as well, points of contact, payment terms, which there are a handful of canned ones right out of the gate. Interaction ledger, a way to keep track of your interactions with your clients with follow-ups. And a list of all the quotes and orders that are related to them so far. Adding any of these is super simple. So if I wanted to add a separate address, I would click on the giant blue button here, and then it uses Google Autocomplete. There we go, another address. It works the exact same thing for the vendors and the third-party installers. All manufacturers are under the vendor tab, but this would also include other things like Amazon, other purchases you make at Crate & Barrel, other things that are not necessarily furniture manufacturers, but you're still purchasing product or services from. You can see a list of all the electronic catalogs we have right here. It's a growing list. It's about 250 or so different electronic catalogs, and you can link any catalog to one of your vendors. All right, now what if we want to actually just go ahead and create a quote? Now we can do that from the particular customer profile, which is right here, and then launch a new quote. Or we can go under the quote and order, and it's the first option right here. If you have multiple sales groups, you would have options right here. For this particular account, I only have one, House Accounts. And then this is a list of all my customers in that sales group. I would select on the customer and then pick the location I want it to go to. You can start with a blank quote, or you can import a CIF or Excel file, but you can do this option at any time, including loading multiple CIF files and Excel files. So I'm going to just start with a blank quote. Just a quick notice up here at the top as we have more tabs. I'm on the quote details tab. But I've got a section for notes relating to companies used on this order, financial notes, or order-specific notes. I've got advanced options, which gives me a spot here to load my CIF file or multiple CIF files. I can store attachments in FCC. And I've got several other kind of administrative and advanced options down below. Global options is useful for updating things at, well, a global level, including discount codes, ship to addresses, global charges like freight and D&I. And then the summary information will give a summary of all the line items and POs that are used on this order. So let's add one so we can see what that looks like. Of course, at any time I can load a CIF, but I can also just manually add line items in here as well. So I'm going to go to Add New Item. I'm going to use the autocomplete, and as I type, I'll select Han. It'll preload their information. The ship to, I'm going to have drop ship to the customer. So this option right here is all the catalogs. This is the exact same catalogs that you would find in Spec or Configura, because it is the same catalogs. We license directly from Configura. So you can click through here and specify this way, which I'll do. Put my quantity as 1. Automatically loaded my list pricing. This is the discounts that I have set at the vendor here. And based on that discount will generate my cost, which all of these are overridable. So I can come in here, update my cost, change my margin, or change my cell. I could do it either way. And I can save and stay on this page, or save and return back to my overview. And so here's my line item that I have here. And now because I have line items, my summary information will start to populate with particular information about this PO. We have other videos that will go into more detail about how to add line items, how to manipulate quotes and orders, so be on the lookout for those. The next thing I wanted to point out is our support team up here. We've got a phone number, email address, and if you click on this help/FAQ, this is a quick way to email us a comment. And then we have videos on almost every major feature inside of FCC, including a detailed FAQ. But of course, reach out to us at any way that is most convenient for you, phone, email, or you can find us on Teams as well. This is a very quick overview of what the first steps on Furniture Command Center should be. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you. Thanks for watching this video.